Does a narcissist want to see you again? Like, do they actually care about you after they've left the relationship, after you've left the relationship? Maybe you've wondered if a narcissist is going to reach out again. Like, after you go through life, if you go through the next piece, are they going to still reach out to you? Are they going to still ask about you? Maybe you find yourself wondering like whether the narcissist actually misses you or simply misses having control over you. A lot of times people struggle with this question of wondering what's actually true. Is the narcissist actually thinking about me? Do they actually want to see me? What's actually going on? So we're going to explore a little bit pieces of this, of understanding when the narcissist leaves you, and also the aspects of like why do they want to either stay away or why do they want to reconnect. Going to kind of dive into some of the aspects of some of the mindset, some of the aspects of shedding light on underlying motivation of what's actually happening underneath the surface. Hopefully by exploring this and by talking through this, you can not just gain insight to the behavior of a narcissist, but also release and start to open up some of that emotional attachment to help you focus on your own healing and your own growth. If you guys are new here, my name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this channel providing awareness about narcissistic abuse. When we talk about this aspect of a narcissist, do they actually want to see you? Do they actually want to come back? We first need to focus on one of the things that's a core motivation a lot of times for a narcissist, and that's control. Control over you. Control over the situation. Control over their image. A lot of narcissists thrive off this aspect of power and control over you. For me, a big part of my life and my journey felt like if I was in control of another person, then I loved them. Like if I actually loved them, then I was going to know where they were, understand what they were doing, make sure that they were only like focused on me. There was a lot of these skewed up like stories and thoughts in my head that made me feel and think like, oh, maybe this is what love is actually like. So I would do different things to be able to control people. I would manipulate people in certain ways to control them. Narcissist oftentimes is looking for this aspect of control to be able to exemplify something that they think, to be able to fulfill a desire that they already have. Now, a lot of it is control over image. Like I want to control the people in my life to make sure that I look or act or be a certain way so that it supports the image that I have out there for everybody else to see. So I have to control or manipulate or make sure people do certain things certain ways so that I look a certain way. Now, when a narcissist walk away from the relationship, oftentimes this push-pull that happens is a strategic move to maintain control over another person. I had a client where the narcissist went away from her, like broke up, said, I don't want you anymore, and then did this long game to actually bring her back, actually work back into the relationship, only to get to the place to leave her again. Because there's a piece of it that he wanted control. The first time they broke up, he didn't feel like he had enough control over it. So he had to come back into her life to make sure that it was actually his doing. She didn't have anything to do with it. Like it had to be him leaving her so that he was in control of that relationship. A lot of times you'll see narcissists that will leverage this piece of them of like, I have to make sure I'm in control no matter what. No matter how it hurts the other person, no matter how it affects the other person, I have to be in control. You've already seen this in your relationship of being with a narcissist and having him disappear on you. And you're like, where'd you go? What's going on? And you try to get more information, try to figure out what's going on, and there's no clarification. Like they don't talk to you about it. They give you the silent treatment. The silent treatment is another way for a narcissist to control you, to manipulate you into coming back and apologizing for things you didn't do. To have you apologize for things that the narcissist probably did to you, but they're trying to put on you to make you feel bad, to exercise this control. And a lot of times narcissists will use this silent treatment to make sure that you get to a place that they're in control over you. Manipulating your wants, your needs, your desires to keep you emotionally desperate for the narcissist and to see them come back. As a result, this oftentimes makes it a reverse Hoover where you continue to pursue and go after the narcissist time and time and time again. Did you have this in your life? Did you have where a narcissist was in your life and just disappeared? leaving you without any communication, leaving you in a place of where you're completely confused and where you're like reaching out, where you're longing for this person because like we had an amazing relationship. What actually happened? This tactic is designed to bring you to a place where you feel the sense of loss and you still are invested in that person. Think of that sense of loss. Like if you have like a good friend that disappears or falls away or dies, you have this sense of loss. Like that was too soon. We didn't get to talk through things. We didn't get to do things. And you start to hope and wish for there to be a different outcome. Same exact thing with a narcissist, except they're still there, so you can still reach out to them. So you do. And this cycle happens over and over and over again. Well, you also have this aspect of like, wait a second, does narcissists want to see you because they also lack this genuine emotional connection? Like people think like, oh, they want me, they love me, they care about me, but then we fail to actually look and acknowledge that the connection that's there between you and a narcissist isn't actually this deep, genuine emotional connection. It looks like that. It feels like that. Oftentimes the narcissist makes you feel like that in the love bombing stage of like you're so connected, you're so together. But at the end of the day, the emotional connection is very shallow and oftentimes self-serving because it's looking for getting a high off of being with you, getting a high off of getting the sex, getting a high off of getting a connection. But there's not a depth to it. This is how a lot of times a narcissist is so in tune and so excited to chase after you, to get you and to be with you. But then once they have you, they don't know what to do with you. There's this depth, this level that makes it really difficult for the narcissist to connect with you on a whole nother level because they're like, wait a second, I've got you, now what do I do? And oftentimes they don't know or see or make the moves to actually grow and change and develop because they were only infatuated with the high and with the game of getting a person versus the long-term relationship that would lead to stability. And so it ends up being shallow, self-serving. It keeps going over and over and over again. Like oftentimes these aspects of these relationships are only used to feed and fill the narcissist's needs and ego. Of like, when I'm with you, I feel better about me. When I'm with you, I connect more to me. When I'm with you, I get what I want from you. And so you have to remember that the narcissist doesn't actually care about you. They care about what they're getting from you. It's transactional. They pay you money, they expect something back. They give you time, they expect something back. People are like, isn't that how it's supposed to be in all relationships? Not at the core fundamental base of a relationship, that's just transactional. At the end of the day, you want to be someone who's loving and caring, who's investing in you and you're investing in them, not to get a result, not to get a reward, not to get sex. You have to be able to understand like the primary driver of narcissism is shame avoidance and this aspect of preserving self. Like I have to avoid shame to preserve me. The self-interest is what is guiding it. You might have this aspect of like a narcissist that tells you that they miss you, that tells you all these things. But then when they get back with you, it like just falls apart. It's the same exact way. You're like, I thought this was going to be different, and it's not. Because the piece of reconnecting like only is for this piece of validation or attention or to further manipulate you, not because there's actually a depth there that they want to be able to tap into. So you need to be understand like the narcissist doesn't actually care about you. A lot of times people get this confused and they're like, but he says he cares about me, but he loves me, but he keeps coming back. He keeps coming back because you let him keep coming back because you're easy to abuse at this point. Like, I'd say that to shock you, to have you kind of wake up a little bit, that this person who says they love you but hasn't been demonstrating that they actually love you is still coming back into your life because you're letting them, because you're opening the door. Oftentimes we have to coach people saying like, hey, when you want to reach out, when you want to have the narcissist come back into your life, you need to sit down, you need to write down 25 things that this person did to you, negative things that they did to you. And then you need to sign your name at the bottom. Because you're agreeing willfully saying, hey, if I accept this person back into my life, I'm accepting that all this stuff can and will happen. And I'm okay with it. Are you actually okay with the things that are happening in your life in that toxic relationship? Because what we need to focus on is, instead of waiting for the narcissist to return or questioning what they actually want, do they actually love you, it's critical to turn the focus back on you, of how are you healing, how are you growing, how are you changing and developing yourself. Like, you need to be able to understand that the narcissist's actions are their own. They're not yours. They're not your responsibility. They are his responsibility of what he chose to do. And as a result, you have a choice today of what you are going to do about it, of how you are going to continue to grow, how you are going to work on yourself, how you are going to prioritize your well-being, how you're going to invest in your self-care, in working with people to develop and to grow into the person that you're called to be, instead of being stuck and the thought process and the rumination and the trauma bond and the things that keep you in a place where you're not able to actually grow and develop because you're too distracted about the narcissist, wondering if he's coming back and how that affects you in so many different ways. How has it impacted your health? From the stress, from the frustration, from the confusion. How has it massively impacted your relationships with other people? The isolation, the disconnection from your kids or from your family. How has it affected your calling of who you actually are, of your purpose, your direction, of who you're supposed to be? How has it affected your business, how you actually show up on a day-to-day basis to produce, to make money, to help your kids, to help your family, to help the next legacy that you have moving forward? How is this affected? The decision you have is, will you actually do something to change it? If you're at that place and you're like, hey, I want to move forward, then let's do that. If you want an accelerated version of that, then talk to me. Go to rawmotivations.com, see about our Thriver program that we can work one-on-one together to help you actually move forward, to heal, to grow, and to develop. At the end of the day, you need to understand the narcissist doesn't care. And the only reason they'd want to see you or come back into your life is to manipulate, to control, or to get the last laugh out of that relationship. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Would love to have you guys inside the community here, and we'll see you guys next time.
You've been told it's all your fault, and that makes you feel crazy. No one understands you, and that leaves you in a place of being alone. You've tried to break free multiple times, and that leaves you helpless because nothing you've done has actually worked. It hasn't actually got you free or liberated from this toxic relationship. So you feel crazy, alone, and hopeless. Guess what? That's a lie. Because all it is how you've been raised and conditioned inside of this abusive relationship over and over. And as a result, you've sacrificed your growth, you've sacrificed your worth, and you've been trapped inside of a toxic relationship. What if I showed you the path to freedom? A way for you to actually get free mentally and emotionally from the toxicity that's happening right here, right now. You deserve more. You deserve to be able to heal. And I want to help you with that. If I can help you with that, go to rawmotivations.com/breakthrough. Schedule a call there and let's talk.